Can you help me? I've been struggling the last few weeks with my bowels, so up my Qenda to every day from every 3 days, and it's been 6 years since last surgeries with the bowel perforation and colostomy reversal 3 months later. Yeah, Susie. So now you're taking the Qenda every day. Like, easy answer to this one is just go on the 2 scoops twice a day. Just like do a cleanse, because what it sounds like. Obviously, Um, I don't know your symptoms there, and if you want to put some of the symptoms that you're experiencing again in the comments, feel free to. But yeah, like what can happen, like we you cleanse previously and then you've just been having the Qenda as a maintenance, but you can pick up another infection, whether it's a bacterial infection, viral infection, um, yeah, mold potentially, but if you haven't got a moldy house, it's probably not that. And parasites if you're eating stuff like pig and because pig can have tapeworm, but then yeah, as you know, you can get parasites from yeah, having pets in the home, unwashed fruit and vegetables, walking barefoot outside, traveling, all this stuff. Yeah, so diarrhea, then bulky and painful constipation. So it's switching from one to the other. Obviously, diarrhea is a sign of your body trying to flush something out, um, and then bulky, painful constipation. There's a lot. Obviously, there's a lot of factors in health, Susie, and like I'm glad, just confused with it because you called Susan Rice on there. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Like if you've been eating out a lot, if you haven't been sleeping very well, if you've been stressed, these all like lower our immune system. Especially if you're having a lot of veg oils, gluten, stuff like that. Stressed with your business and work, like that can all like build up to a point where your immune system's lower and then you're more susceptible to other infections, etc. Um, been eating much more veg and raw veg. Yeah, like I'm not a fan of raw veg, as you know, and like the only raw plants and herbs that I eat is Quenda. But yeah, like the raw veg could be as simple as you just having too much raw vegetables, Susie. That is definitely an input that would really mess up the digestive system. I know everybody talks about needing to have diverse plants and vegetables in your diet, but you're sort of getting that with the Quenda. So you don't need to do it with, yeah, like vegetables, especially if it's not organic vegetables. Like, um, yeah, if you look at the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen, look at the Dirty Dozen particularly, if they're non-organic vegetables, they can have so many like pesticides, fertilizers on them, and just general crap that's not not good for your body. Um, so yeah, raw vegetables would be an easy answer. If there is scar tissue, like we said, like the serapeptase, that was the last bit of the question you asked about serapeptase, where to get it from. Obviously, JD sent you a link over. Um, and then if the scar tissue is building up, that's serapeptase will the Qenda, like obviously upping your intake of Qenda and just doing another cleanse again, I think is a great idea. Stopping the overloading with vegetables, especially the raw ones. If they're cooked and they don't have like thick skins on them and stuff, yeah, it's a lot better. But stuff like peas, yeah, they've got like that skin on them, aren't they, that don't really digest properly. Um, so yeah, it could be as simple as that. And I know I keep going back to it, but yeah, if I had raw veg, it does go through me quicker and create irritation, especially if I was loading it up every day or having it 2 or 3 times a day. I don't think I'd be very good after the end of the week. Um, and it's a shame, innit? Because I know like people, you probably love salads. Like I just don't even see salads as food anymore. But they're great because they're hydrating and all stuff like that. But and obviously less calories and all the rest of it. But yeah, the way I see it, you need to get protein in. You need to get some carbs in. It's easier just to limit the carbs rather than replace them with raw vegetables and stuff. But yeah, with regards to the serapeptase, you can have 1 to 3 times a day. And I think the link JD sent you was for the 250,000 international units serapeptase. So depending on your budget and how scared you are and how quick you want to get rid of scar tissue, I know after all this, like I just used to like swallow like 4 or 5 at a time when I used to be getting up at night and stuff, but I'm not doing that anymore, and so I'm not really having serapeptase. I don't feel the need for it, but yeah, you can have 1 to 3 up to 3 times a day, and that will help with scar tissue. So that's an issue, it's dealing with that. But yeah, you've got to look, like we said, you've got to look at the inputs, like stressful business, obviously diet, yeah, if you're sleeping as much, and yeah, all these, look at what's changed in your life, and yeah, sounds like it might just be the raw veg. Yeah, like I was similar with nuts. I was eating loads and loads of nuts, and Mr. Qenda told me, it was like, I don't think that's that good for your digestive system, mate. And yeah, I just don't have salads. Whenever I've gone to like posh restaurants and it's part of a meal and stuff, I've had it, and it's I notice a difference basically. And it's really interesting to know that you don't, like, by having the Qenda, you put in like the polyphenols in, and you put in diverse amounts of different plants and herbs in there anyway, and it's not creating all that inflammation. But like I said, when it starts, like if you go out to a restaurant and eat a salad, like one, it's covered in hydrogenated vegetable oils. That's so like, look at your veg oil, make sure it's either extra virgin olive oil or nothing, and a good quality extra virgin olive oil, because a lot of them get cut up with crappy veg oils. Yeah, and then so salads have got veg oils on them, which are pro-inflammatory, and then yeah, just salads in general, especially if they're not organic and not fresh. They've been stored in supermarkets for a while, and yeah, they've been sprayed with pesticides, fertilizers, all the rest of it. So it could very easily just be that, Susie. So yeah, keep in touch and let us know. And if you have any other questions while I go through these next set of questions, just let me know. Hopefully that helps. It's sometimes when you're dealing with health yourself, it's so hard to see it, and then from the outside looking in, it's like, what's changed, and then we can deduce what's happened. But I understand it's very scary, so hopefully that helps. Oh, and you said how long to take the serapeptase for? Like, I don't know if they're like, obviously I haven't done pictures of my insides and all the rest of it. You can just feel scar tissue, can't you? Like when you got scar tissue, it feels a bit numb, and yeah, there's just not the feeling there. It feels numb, and like the way my intestines feel now, they don't feel like they're full of scar tissue and stuff, because it don't feel so numb. I can feel stuff moving through, and yeah, so that's my gauge with it. But how long to take them for? I'd do a minimum of 4 months, and longer if you feel like. I've stopped having them every day now, but obviously I had the surgery like 4 years ago after that motorbike crash. So do it until you intuitively feel safe and happy in your body, and some feeling has come back if it was already numb. That's the gauge that I do it on. But yeah, serapeptase aren't that expensive unless you really start getting a load in, like what I was doing, like 5 every time, 4 or 5 every time. But yeah, I'd be doing it for at least 4 months, longer, and just do it by how your body feels, basically. Right,